Hello, is this recording? Yes, okay. So, I tried to do this earlier, but, it kind of didn't work out. So, I'm doing it now. It's been an interesting day. So, these are my artworks in the gallery. Um, yeah, okay, I just did that and I didn't even fucking show you anything. Okay. There's a nice panoramic view. It's a nice town. I don't know if it's me. That's why this isn't really going well, or if it's just because of the location, which is. Well, I think most people view art as a luxury good at this point, and so most people don't look for it. They're just looking for something to eat, something to buy that's cheap, probably something they can wear, and food and alcohols, and I have none of that. So I'm gonna show you my art, and yeah, so whatever. I'll start at the door. So this one I did a couple years back with watered down Liquitex paint. The hands are done. Yeah, so there's hand prints, brush strokes, stuff with squeegee. I don't really remember how I did the bottom. I think there was a texture of the squeegee. The signature is done by my hand too, and the light is drip painting with iridescent gold. This one is the cross with bloody handprints. I think I've talked about it. My signature is just my signature, nothing different about it. This one's weird because if you look at it and then you close your eyes, it leaves a after image. So I like that one. My dad says it looks like some kind of lightning rod. I don't know what I kind of see a, what do you call it? A wax, when you close an envelope with a wax stamp. There you go. This is computer walk. This is two of them, and the two together kind of make it look like one death. Yeah, looking good. This is a balloon. A balloon. I did this a really long time ago, and the next one is also one I did a really long time ago. And my dad got drunk off of one fucking beer. It looked like, oh, he was just trying to make me fucking happy. And he was talking about, he's like, oh my fucking god, he's eating a fucking phone. I'm like, yeah, that's, I'm like, I don't know what the fuck to say. I didn't know what to say to it. Yes, he's eating a telephone with a fork. Let's move to the next one. Oh, and for that one's interesting because of these little expressionists. It was kind of just a piece of paper that had all that on, and then I just drew that over, and it kind of walked on like it. I know I hated it at all. Which is always interesting about art. This is, this name's complicated. There's a lot of them. I fucking name them too long. But this was a thumbnail that I scribbled on a napkin, and now it looks like this. And this is a nice little gimp called Black Leather Monster. This one should glow. I might come back at the end and turn the lights off just to see if it glows or not. That one's one of my most recent ones. And this one's one of the older ones that I've done. It's a house. My dad has to explain to everybody that it's kind of all wavy because I took the photo on a rainy day through my car window. Okay, this one's a bunch of shooting stars. I was told once that this would look really nice above somebody's bed, so I assumed they wanted to get fucked while looking at it. And I'm all for it. Get fucked under the fucking shooting stars, you know? This one, I hooked up with this guy a few times, and he did offer to buy it if nobody buys it. So, this one's an audio one too, and even one of my friends could tell because the style is very rough. And it's true. But I still like it. I think it's interesting for what it is. And I still go back to it. When you look at it from a distance, it looks like a photo, which is what I like. Oops, excuse me. This one was an original commission. One of my friends was gonna buy it. It was commissioned. Then he decided against it. I'll tell you the whole fucking story when I get to the one that he also made. He's the one who supported me and told me this was a great idea and helped me the whole process of the way up until opening day, which I had breakfast with them earlier today, so it's totally fine. This is another one. I had a few people come in and I think they see the sexual nature and then they just fucking turn off. They don't do what I do, and I have to realize that I'm not very normal because I think about, look at it, and I'm like, oh, how is it made? I'll admit the subject matter at times is a bit, me. You know all those. This one's called The Beach, and I love it. It's beautiful if you ask me. Then there's this one. That one doesn't have a name, I just fucking like it, That's sometimes good. I can call it the rainbow if you want. And that one is like a mountain peak, like Glacier Bay is what I always think of. So if you want to call it Glacier Bay, go the fuck ahead. Or what's Glacier National Park would be a better name. And there's this one, which everybody loses it for. My fucking mom's crazy about this one. I guess my dad is too. This one's named after a Taylor McKenna quote. What is it? And if I should go, or something. It's the fucking quote about dying. If you close your eyes, you'll see me. Oh, if I die, you'll see me when you close your eyes. Holy fuck! It's along the lines of. The idea is, when I was making the painting, I closed my eyes, that's the pattern I saw, the colors, of course it wasn't as bright, I literally popped the fucking colors out and pushed the colors. And I was thinking of this really sexy guy I know who lives in Colorado, and of fucking course, I was messaging him at the time, I sent him a really good message, and then he fucking blocked me. Or he didn't block me, he just stopped fucking replying. Which is of course how it always fucking goes, I guess, with me. Okay, so this one's the second one that he wanted, that I ended up doing, which is, I think is bigger than the other one, and I like this one even better. He claims those, I'll zoom on it. These things are like my trademark. I haven't done them in a while, there's a few of them throughout it. I'll show you the one that's my favorite. And then here's Dracula, which is called Jesus Christ. And this one is by far my favorite painting when I look at it all together. And I might actually just make a separate video just about that. Because I just honestly love fucking this painting. When it's actually together and you can see everything, it's fucking blows my mind. But I have to also accept the truth, which is that I'm not fucking normal. And most people nowadays don't fucking care about paintings the way I do. And there's these drawings. This one I fucking love. And I don't know. I think I bring excitement back to art for a lot of people. Is this thing zooming in or clearing up? No. Okay, whatever. These are some photos. I love to take photos, so I wanted to put them in here. I think because of the reflection it's not gonna clear up. I have all of these on somewhere, some kind of social media, maybe Instagram, Facebook, got a few Facebook pages. Where is it playing up now? I'll go back over a bit. This one's my favorite. Well, other than I like all of them. I picked them all out because I liked all of them. And these are the ones that I can actually show in public. I can't show my, nudes. Oh, here's my favorite quote. Which is, "We, us, the multiverse are all principles and elements of design, compositions of art composing art. And I think I'm the only one who's ever said anything like that, I hope. If not, I don't know. I just think it's interesting because, I mean, I didn't always think that way. And I came to it one day while taking photos. I'm like, what am I really taking photos of? And then I began to think about it, and yeah, I realized everything is the elements and principles of design. Anyway, back to what I'm pointing at. I love this drawing. I think this is the latest one I've done that I actually like. I was trying to do a few others, and I just fucking said no. And that one's a softball with his cock out. Beautiful, with the volcano erupting and fucking balls of fucking fire falling from the fucking sky. And this one's a simple abstract drawing based off of two guys making out. And then there's this. And I swear to God, I see people fucking walking by. I don't know. Anyway, so this is the one drawing. I can spin around a bit. And this is what that one looks like. All the way out. But this is the second one. I'm going to zoom in on that one once this one clears up. I guess if I wasn't shaking, it would be better. And this one, I put them two together from the same book, but also because of the pattern. The squiggle or the swirl in the middle. They both have it. But my dad was looking at this and he was really thinking about it. Then there's this. Nobody seems to know what it is. To me, it's a skull. My mom thought it was a pig or a deer. My dad thought it was an elk or... I don't fucking know. I think it was an elk. But this is a drip painting. I experiment with a lot of techniques. So you'll see like drip. And like I said, there's fingerprint painting. Oh, my dad lost it. He was like, okay, well, this is what he wants. This is what he was losing about. Maybe I should have started the video on this. When I came up with this idea, this is supposed to be a three-dimensional box exploding into the fourth dimension. And then I've got these. I made these three. Fuck, this is a little. I've been giving littles away. These three paintings are made by. I take the wrapping of a painting, and when it's pre-wrapped, and I just take some paint on a brush, mix them up. Don't mix it until it's on the brush, and then I just smear it in one brush stroke onto the canvas, and. Well, not the canvas, onto the plastic, and then once it dries, I peel it off. These two are just simple observation paintings using the same paint as the first two, a light, watery, Liquitex paint, acrylic. Just from observation, no pencil, just the paint. These are drawings that I did years ago. I was really experimenting with empty space and incompleteness. I think I still am. This one's my favorite so far, or my new ones. The whole point is that bike thing. This one piece is all what this whole thing is about. And as you can see, it changes. I mean, it's not just that. It's supposed to be it's photorealism to a point where it's abstract, and I don't think a lot of people understand it. And then that's why I fucking just oh, I don't want to say that. I think people understand it. The whole point was that it's supposed to convey something that I've seen. And this is a tree painting made into a three-dimensional tree. Which leads to this one. The idea was paint. It was supposed to be a holographic paint. And then there's this. And then above it's this. That one I used a drip technique with silicone, and I just used some iridescent pearl or some of the wet Liquid-X, or I don't want to say wet, those thick and those thin. A thin Liquid-X paints with it. I just used a gesso, like a very expressive one, just to rub the light paint over on the background to get the sky. And then, yeah, I just kind of dripped it into the shape of a wave, went over it with some kind of scraping tool, and did some stuff with my hands. Which leads to this. There was no top or bottom on this one. It is just a painting of just fucking me letting fucking paint do whatever it wants to do and letting things go. There's a lot going on. There's some galaxy. I did that with splatter paint. It does, in fact, shimmer in sodden light, but so does the snow. And so some of it's just done with a paint marker, like a cartoon drawing. Some of it's done more three-dimensionally. I just wanted to really express a bunch of stuff with it. This one is my favorite abstract painting. And I am so proud of this one because it just fucking blows my mind. And it wasn't really that many layers of it, except for maybe the squiggle in the middle. But the checkerboard blob is it's simpler than I thought it would be. And I can't wait to do more of those. This one is the closest I've gotten to photorealism. It's the IEE building. I love the landscaping and the way the building looked and the sun and the light. So I painted it, I drove around, and I just got it done. So, and this one is probably the one that I know people who get pissed off by it. But the whole idea is that it's snow. I was looking at the snow when I painted it, or when I was thinking about painting it. And the idea is when you look at snow, in some parts it's like this. And it's darker than the background, but in other parts, the snow actually stands out and is lighter than it. And I was able, from walking at Michael's and just experimenting with other materials, to figure out how to do a snow kind of, like, portraying the actual physical characteristic or light effect of snow in a canvas, well, on a canvas. Okay, I can't wait. And this is the one that I'm working on now. I think you saw me walking on it. And these are also what I'm working on. And yeah, each one's its own painting, I think, for now. I might combine them all. I don't know. I kind of let the art speak to me. Okay. And with that, I say have a good night. I've got to get out of here. I'm going to be out of talking, and this isn't really going the way I wanted it to go, but it's my first day, and I just kind of, I think it's better to be slow on my first day than to be over busy. And that's all I'm going to say. It gives me the chance to figure things out, do things, get in the vibe of things, but I mean, I guess I would like more people to come in, but the last thing I really need is a lot of people, and then I freak out and like I can't handle it. But no, with nothing to do, I can just kind of paint and make art while I'm here. Even though I'd like to get rid of some of this stuff, so I don't have to bring it home. Bringing it here was kind of a bitch. So have a good night. It was nice doing this.